getting loose there and taking that the distance. You know, we've talked a lot about this offense being very patient for the Eagles. We'll see if that changes now. You know, you've got 12 minutes left in your season. You're down by 14 points. If you ever planned on throwing the ball, this might be the time, but they have good field positions.
Absolutely, and that is the way to do it. Galavi said, hey, we're not going to make any mistakes. I think his girlfriend might have gave him a mean face in the crowd, and he said, I'm not going out like that. So came out, and this is not going to set up. We'll see exactly what Canutillo can do. But fourth quarter, there we go, the final 12 minutes. Canutillo trying to make history.
First down for the Eagles here as we start the fourth quarter.
And Gomez with the keeper. Up the middle. Nice run by Oh, and I think the ball is out. Was the ball out?
Number 10, Javier Gomez.
We have to see if his leg was down, but James Lockhart, the Texas A&M commit, came up with the ball, had it in the air. Ennis quickly jumping up. Let's see if we can get the replay here. Gomez up the middle.
Had a big gain going right there, too.
Number 9.
And that ball is out.
Definitely
out. Lockhart, the future Texas A&M Aggie on top of it. And Ennis just like that, right after two big momentum plays. And Ennis now at their own 34-yard line, up 2 scores. Have a chance to essentially put a nail in this one.
Had a chance to really make that into a big drive right there. They're going to have a first down around the 30-yard line. Huge turn of events.
Now Devin Smith rolls out, finds some space, and he's going to be taken out there at his own 40-yard line. So now that mistake-free football, that's what we talked about. That is a backbreaker right there. And Ennis, they seem to be in a flow on offense, and Canutillo's defense has stepped up all year. They're going to have to do it one more time.
They were going for the kill shot right there with that deep pattern on a couple of receivers out in the pattern, but the Eagles were up for the fight, and that's what Coach Brooks says. They fight. We'll see what they do on this series.
We have 2 receivers out, and the handoff to Trey Elliott, the man who scored the touchdown. And Canutillo's all over this one, swarming to the ball. Anthony Marez, who got hurt, and he was down on the field, back in the game, and all over it. And I think we have a flag here on the field.
There is a flag on the play.
Looks there might be a second flag, actually, after that initial one came out during the play. Looked like one of the refs threw a second flag. We'll see if there is 2 flags on this penalty, or on this play, I should say. 11:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Coach Brooks talked a lot about really needing some breaks, things to kind of go their way. When you get this far in the state playoffs, you've got to have luck on your side, a bouncing ball. We'll see what the penalty is.
No more luck. They need a play made now. Wait for the call here on the field.
Holding. Offense. Number 8.
So a holding call. So it was 2nd and 5. This will bring them back. So 11:41 to go here in the final quarter. But as we said, mistake-free. And we spoke about luck. Scott Brooks said, hey, at this point, everybody's good. You're going to need that lucky bounce. But right now, it has nothing to do with luck. It has to do with mistakes. They're shooting themselves in the foot right now. They need to make a play, and the defense has a shot here. Ennis moving back. Let's get the official call here on the field.
Holding. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. We're going to repeat second down.
Tough call.
Now we have a dead ball foul.
We have another penalty here. Dead ball foul. You see the Canutillo bands right there, trying to keep the spirits high on the Eagles sideline.
Interesting decision by Coach Brooks. If he declined the penalty, it would have been 3rd down. They're saying it was a dead ball penalty, though, so we'll see how that plays out.
Number 17, defense. Personal foul. Number 15, offense. Those penalties are going to offset. We're going to have second down.
And Galavis again. Thank goodness that was offset, or this would have been a bad second half for little Ben Galavis. So that will be offset. It will be 2nd and 17 at their own 27-yard line. They just threw another flag on the field, but this was the referee
down at 17,
just exchanging. They were exchanging.
At the 27-yard line.
Flags. They weren't throwing any flags. So here we go. 2nd and 17. Ennis at their own 27-yard line. Devin Smith on the rollout, and he has his man Thompson. The big man gets up and gets it at the point of the ball, and that is the difference maker for this Lions team at the Eagle 35-yard line. This dude makes it look very, very easy.
2nd and 17. You knew they might go long, and that's exactly what they did. Fantastic job of body control by Thompson. The defender was all over him. The defenders have been all over him all night. It hasn't made a difference.
Here we go, the hurry-up offense. Devon Smith on the turnaround. He'll get stopped right there for a loss of yards. So this will be 2nd and 11, but Thompson, my goodness, how good is this kid?
Play by number 3, Frank Gutierrez.
Enrique Romero also made a nice tackle there.
Enrique Romero. Lost it 2 yards on the play.
6'6",
2nd down at 12
210
for the Lions.
Senior receiver.
Telling everybody, come and see how good I look.
I'm telling you, those two Thompson cousins put on quite a show tonight. Eagles really do need to stop on this drive. Got to keep them from getting any points on this drive.
Devon Smith to swing out to trail it, and met right there at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Orozco. Big play right there. Elliott goes down again. So third and 14. So still, Canutillo still playing strong defense here.
Orozco with a terrific play right there, the senior. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he made a heck of a tackle right there, a one-on-one in the open field.
So here you go, 3rd and 14. Is it Thompson time? One more?
I would think so. I would think so. You know, you almost wish they could double team and look for that underthrown pass, because we did see that underthrown pass a few times. Have them bracket it and see what happens. Under 10 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter. Just seconds left on the play clock.
Smith out, getting out, using that speed up the middle, avoiding tacklers, still on his feet. Ball out, Canutillo on top of it. Eagles ball. This looks like this is going to be Eagles ball.
They were certainly first on the ball, that's for sure.
Flock of Eagles on top of this, and they should come out with it, and they do. Canutillo going crazy. They pop the ball out, and Peter Torres comes up with it.
Recovered by number 24,
and the Eagles
Peter
back.
Torres.
This is just when you think things are getting kind of tough for the Eagles. They do this all year. They bring you right back and excited.
I'll tell you, Devon Smith had the first down. Right here, he's got the first down. The fumble, crucial right there. You wondered if Torres could get on the ball, and he does. He wraps it up. Devon comes back in and tries to get that ball back, the quarterback for Ennis, but Torres would have no part of that.
I thought they were going to play a little hot potato.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Canutillo, 19-yard line.
He picked it up, so Canutillo now at their own 19, 1st and 10, 9:49 to go. This game, folks, is not over. Javier Gomez with the handoff and hit at the point.
Number 31, Andrew Alarcon on the carry.
Andrew Alarcon has been their leading rusher all year, over 900 yards, but seems to not really get any rhythm here tonight.
Yeah, Coach Brooks did tell us he wasn't his speediest back, but he was his most consistent back. You know, he's not going to break off that long touchdown run, I should say, the home run, if you will, but he will get you that 5 to 10 yards per carry. That's what he's been averaging, about 5 yards a carry. But you're right, this Ennis defense has been very stout for the most part, but they keep trying to punch that belly of the defense, hoping it'll finally break free.
So Alarcon again in the backfield with Gomez. Let's see what they do here. Gomez, the quick pass out to Ben Galavis with the speed. He's going to get to the outside and just short of the first down.
The first wide receiver screen we've seen tonight. He had a block downfield, but kind of ran into the defender there.
Galavis was not going to let that one fall out of his hands. He takes some hits, makes a play. Here we're going to get a measurement. It does look like the end of the football just might get that first down. We'll get the official chains out here to check, and they're teasing us.
Yeah, they are toying with our emotion.
And we got first down.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. Good enough for an Eagle. First down.
While you saw
picks up the first down.
While you saw Ennis in no hurry to snap the ball. Certainly, Canutillo needs to play with a little more of a sense of urgency at this point. We're at the 9-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
And that's very uncharacteristic for them. They like to have time of possession. They like to slow the game down, but here down 2 scores, they can't do that. Gomez now, all throw here. Finds himself getting out of the pocket. He's going to be brought down right there. He looked like he was trying to find someone out there, but all of his receivers were covered. Sivan Guillen, his receiver, was all locked up there on the end. So Gomez gets out of a tough situation, still picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
Everything with Canutillo, all the passes have been on the edge. Nothing in the middle of the field. Always, never dropping back. Always going left or right, rolling them out of the pocket.
So here we go again. Alarcón in the backfield, and again, going to churn out just a couple of yards here, 2 yards, make this 3rd and 5. So you have to assume what they're doing here with Alarcón. He's their big back. He's their big guy, not speedy, but he's going to break him down. He's going to break him down. And here on 3rd and 3, 3rd and short, maybe bring out the speedy guy or have Gomez take this to the outside and switch it up on the Ennis defense.
I thought by now we might have seen an end around with one of the speedier ends, maybe a Caleb Gassio, someone like that would have already been done. Gassio, I should say.
Head coach Scott Brooks said he had some tricks up his sleeve. Those tricks should come out now, don't you think?
Yeah, Alet going up the middle.
Alet going again. Again up the middle. Short, way short of the first down. And you have to question
tackle on the play, but number 44,
call here going up the middle one more time with Alarcón.
If they've already decided this is 4-down territory and you just want to make that 4th down more manageable, then I guess you go for it here. And it looks like they are going to go for it, but you're not so scared of the run on 3rd down if you know this is 4-down territory. It looks like they are going to punt though. So yeah, questionable in terms of being able to get that 1st down with Alarcón up the middle on that play.
Yeah, that makes you scratch your head because you have all they talked about, the plethora of running backs they have, the plethora of speed, and didn't want to show it there. So now they're going to get it away. Up and out. Thompson throws up his hands. And Canutillo would jump on it right there at the 35-yard line. So 27-13, Ennis with 6:52 to go. Canutillo had some momentum, a chance to keep it going, and they elected to stick with Andrew Allen going up the middle. Still tough for them to get some yards.
At this point, they just cannot let Ennis score. Any kind of points by Ennis in this game is over, and you can't let them have a long drive whether they score or not. You need a 3 and out here by this Canutillo defense. You know, Coach Brooks says he believes in his defense. That's really what's got them to this point, giving up less than 12 points per game, 4 shutouts on the season. So instead of going for it on 4th and 1, he's made the decision that he's going to put it on the backs of his senior-laden defense and hope they can get a stop here and get them the ball back.
So 1st and 10, the handoff to Trey Thompson. Thompson still on his feet. He's just falling over people, spinning around. Thompson breaking away, and he falls out at the 20-yard line. Taylor Thompson, what a run. Wow.
That was magical, folks. The inability of the Canutillo Eagles to get him down and his ability to keep his feet. What incredible balance there after the shoestring tackle. Then he spins here, somehow keeps his feet. Does his knee touch? No, sir, as he spins yet again. And now it's just him in the end zone, except for that one defender who knocks him out of bounds.
Devin Smith now on the quick end. He's going to take it. He's going to slide out to the Eagle 14-yard line. So a quick play there. Devin Smith comes back. These Ennis boys putting on some Madden moves.
I think they smell some blood in the water at this point. They know another touchdown here, and this game is pretty much over.
Gain of 7 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 3.
We do again want to thank our sponsors for making this game possible, El Paso Community College and Applebee's, and again a big thank you to Lubbock ISD. There is a timeout on the field with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Again, the Lions lead 27-13 from the Class 5A 2A semifinal. We'll be right back with much more from Lubbock.
Back in Lubbock, 6:17 to go, 27-13. The Lions are smelling blood. They are inside the red zone. 2nd and 3 after that Devin Smith scramble. Smith out to the top, finds and nothing doing. A lot of contact there in the end zone. No flag called.
A lot of contact out there.
I was trying to be politically correct. He fumbles the snap. He'll fall right back on it, but that makes it 4th and 3 right here. Now we have a 4th and 3. They've had problems with their kicker, but you have to imagine a field goal right here should seal this game for the Lions, or do you just keep it going?
Well, you can burn more clock, that's for sure, if you go for it. But 4th and 4 here, a field goal would make it a 17-point lead, pretty much end it. But your kicker has missed 2 extra points. He's 1 out of 3 on extra points, and as you can see, they're going to go for it.
They're not worried. So here we go. Receivers, 2 out in the near side of your TV. Devin Smith out to Taylor Thompson. Thompson with the move. They call that 0 to 100 very quickly. Touchdown Thompson. He's in the end zone, 33-13. And the Lions might just be the king of the Class 5A Division II jungle right about now.
What you saw there was an excellent block by Devonte Thompson on the edge there on that quick little screen pass. Held the edge, held the corner, and allowed Thompson, his cousin, to scoot around his backside and going for the touchdown. That may have been the dagger, certainly. Again, we've talked all day about the fact that the Eagles are not a pass-first team.
The extra point is up. It's good. Lions on top of the Eagles, 34-13 with 5:25 to go in the game. Canutillo's game is starting.
34.
Step away. We got
Lowry Field in Plains Capital Park here in Lubbock. Again, a dagger in the hearts of Canutillo fans.
unbelievable game. It's 34-13, but this game never felt out of reach. The boys kept fighting. They had a chance. But Ennis now really showing that athleticism and that chemistry. But what a great season for Canutillo. How much fun we've had covering this team, watching history be made, and now they're here in Lubbock. So under 5 minutes to go. Canutillo now with the kick return, and Jonathan Luna will bring this one out to his own 34-yard line. So just over 5 minutes to go, 34-13 Lions. So again, Rick, though, what a great season for Canutillo.
Well, I'll be interested to see how they play these last 5 minutes. I wouldn't turn things off just yet. Yes, there's a 21-point lead, but one thing that has really been instilled in this team from day one, and again, these are guys that have been playing together since Pee-wee football, and that's fight, fight, fight. They don't quit. So I don't think you're going to see anyone quit at this point. I think we're going to see them keep trying to move the ball, try to get some points on the board. Then you never know what happens. But certainly time is not working in their favor, and it is certainly a huge factor at this point.
All right, Gomez with the handoff. And Joe Gutierrez is hit right there at the line of scrimmage.
Number 22, Joe Gutierrez.
So we heard a lot about this Ennis football team, their athleticism, how big they are, and it really started to show and wear down these Eagles in the second half.
Coach Brooks was very clear about the fact that this is the best team they faced all year. Then again, there's no bad teams when you get the state semifinal. That's why, you know, when it comes to the Eagles, they have no reason to hang their head. They have really fought it. And I got to be honest, in being in El Paso this week, talked to a lot of people. They were afraid that they might come out here and get blown out of this. But this has been a game from the start, and they're still, you know, within 21 points. They were down just 14 with under 5 minutes to go.
Handoff here. Andrew Alarcon with his first hole that he's found all game. He's going to take this one to the Lions' 30-yard line. Great to see him break a tackle right there. Beautiful 50-yard run by Alarcon. Nice for him to finally break free.
Yeah, and as Coach Brooks told us, he was not going to outrun anybody, but he certainly got them some distance here. Started to break away, and then number 2 came in at the end there and made the tackle at the 30. But certainly they've got something cooking here. A quick score can change the complexion of the game.
This will change the complexion of the game. It's how quick can they get here in the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Gomez back to pass and overthrows his receiver, Guillen. 2nd and 10. He had all day to throw right there, just missed the mark. Again, misses. 2 passes over the head of Guillen this game.
The guys have been playing together a long time, these 42 seniors, and a lot of these guys, teammates in Pee-wee, teammates in middle school, teammates in high school. There's a big bond between these players. They're not going to quit.
So 2nd and 10. See if Gomez goes to the air one more time. Alarcon again with the handoff, and he's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He'll dive forward for about 3 yards. Make this a 3rd and long for the Eagles, and you know for sure at this point it is 4-down territory. They're finding their way into the end zone any way they possibly can. So 3rd and 7.
I think at this point they're really just playing to not be shut out in the second half, because there doesn't seem to be too much of a sense of urgency on the side of the Eagles with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Gomez with the quick pass. That's going to be caught. That's going to be taken down. That'll be a 1st down for the Eagles. Nice play right there. They find, yes, the big receiver.
He had the touchdown in that first half.
On the play by number 57, Drake Powell.
He is one of their bigger receivers. A nice big target for Javier Gomez on the outside.
So the Eagles flying right now down the field. 1st and 10. Time ticking. 3:34 on the board. Gomez. Looking. And again, off the mark with Guillen. Broken up by the Ennis. Devonte Daniels, the safety, the 6'2 safety. Guillen down. Remember, Guillen, he's been out since week 9 with an injury. This is his first game back. Comes up limping right there.
Coach Brooks talking about, when we asked him the success of this team, why has this team been successful? No discipline problems, no grade problems, and just one significant injury, and that was Sivan Guillen, who's back for this game. Hasn't really had the impact they'd hoped he'd have, but again, when you look at the success of this team, you know, no big issues with this team. They've all kept their heads down and done the right thing and been focused on football from day one.
2nd and 10, again a pass. Ben Galavis this time. He gets leveled. Woo! And number 12, Devonte Edwards, looks over his prey. What a hit.
That is a hit without a doubt. Squares up his shoulders. Actually
his own teammate might have hit him.
Tackle on the play by number 12, Devonte.
They might have some words after the game.
I don't know. He might have beat him at FIFA or something. He was like, I need to hit you with a little shot. So 3 minutes to go in this game. 3rd and 10. We have a timeout called here. 1 timeout remaining for the Eagles. 34-13. Just 3 minutes to go here in the Class 5A Division II semifinal game. Again, great game. We've watched them go back and forth. Defense, offense, they've shown a lot of heart in this game, really making everyone back in El Paso proud, and we couldn't be prouder to call this game.
For the champion of tonight.
Certainly, you know, ABC7 jumped at the chance to broadcast this game. Not normal that we preempt broadcasting primetime programming on a day like today.
Division II state championship game at AT&T Stadium in.
But that's something we did. So certainly, for those of you looking for some of your primetime programming, we want to let you know that will be coming up just after midnight, whether it be Last Man Standing at 12:06. Christella will follow at 12:36. We have Shark Tank at 1:06. But first things first, let's see how the end of this game goes. 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 10 for the Canutillo Eagles from the 17-yard line.
Speaking of Shark Tank, the Eagles need to invent something here on offense and get into the end zone. 3rd and 10. Gomez up top has a receiver, and this one is going to be picked off in the end zone by Logan Lipscomb, and that should all about do it for Canutillo this season. 34-13 picked in the end zone, and the Lions are headed to AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, it looks like that is the Lions moving on. Remember, they made it here last year. That was their focus, to get back to where they almost got to last year, which was a state title, losing to the eventual state champions from Aledo. Javier Gomez hadn't thrown it a lot tonight. He had a man open, but the defender was just sitting there baiting him in the back of the end zone, and it was a pretty easy INT for them there. So with 34-13 score here, with about 2 minutes and 53 seconds left.
1st down and 10 for the Lions at the Ennis 20-yard line.
A lot of Canutillo fans here. Not quite as loud as they were earlier in the game. I think they're starting to realize the magnitude of this. But, you know, again, we can't stress enough how proud we here at ABC7 are of not just the Eagles, but the opportunity to broadcast their game back to El Paso. Again, this is not something most TV stations can do, especially bumping primetime programming, but that's something we felt was necessary to bring you this game. And, you know, I'm proud of the Eagles. I've been proud of them all season long.
Number 33.
They've really done a phenomenal job. They've made us all proud, whether you're from Eastwood High or Franklin High or Irvin High. You can all get behind the Eagles this year because they've been so impressive. They've played with so much heart and fire.
You know, I have to say, as a new El Pasoan, I've only been here 4 months, and everyone's telling me, hey, you're spoiled. We don't have anybody go this far. You come here, you're only here 4 months. We have a team go to the state semifinals. I have to tell you, I'm so proud. I'm so honored to be able to follow this team all year on the Blitz, go out to their games, talk about how great this defense has been, how great a family that they are at Canutillo to go this far. And to be here is an honor to watch them play in a game like this against talent like this and not get blown out. They were not blown out in this game. There were just a couple of mistakes that, as Scott Brooks said, hey, the ball is going to bounce certain ways, and if it bounces your way,
Number 6,
you're going to win.
Isaac
It just didn't bounce their way tonight, and that's why, unfortunately, their season's going to end. But I have to tell you, it's been an absolute honor
Gain of
to
4
watch
yards
this
on the
team
play.
Final score not indicative of the competitiveness of this game tonight and the fight that the Eagles showed. I do want to mention, you know, not only you spoiled, but you've got UTEP playing in a bowl game. Hadn't done that in almost a decade.
El Paso should thank me a little bit.
Are you calling yourself an El Paso good luck charm?
I think I am. I came in. We have a team in the state semifinals. We have UTEP in a bowl game.
Isaac Montemayor on
I
the
couldn't help Jamil Showers complete a pass, but I try to do something.
And I know both New Mexico State fans and UTEP basketball fans have high hopes for the basketball season too. So we'll see what happens come March. Maybe your good luck will continue to work in their favor.
I would have tooted my own horn if UTEP would have beaten Washington and then gotten the top 25 in basketball.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. So I'm not going to get too excited over here. But minute 27 to go. 34-13. 3rd and 3 for Ennis.
Offense.
Great to see the Canutillo crowd also on their feet, really supporting this team.
I don't think they've taken a seat for even 1 second during this game. They've been on their feet, on their toes, cheering on their team.
Offense, number 26. That penalty stick brings up 4th down.
Short gain on the play. Brings up 4th down and 1 for the Lions.
So 4th and 1 here for Ennis. Time ticking down in this one. It looks like they're going to get into that victory. The handoff here, and wide open. He doesn't get a Drake reference. We don't give him Drake references. Touchdown Ennis right there. 70 yards up
71 yards
the middle.
out.
71 yards for John Lopez, the 5'8" running back, the senior. About his first snap of the game, and he makes it count up the middle. Touchdown. That makes it 40-13. Ennis. That's a tough. Again, not indicative of this game. Tough way to finish this off.
Going for it on 4th and 1, really just at this point, just trying to run out the clock. Both teams for the most part. That does sting a little bit as he takes the distance, 71 yards for the touchdown.
And obviously you can look at that. They weren't planning to do that. They were just trying to run the ball, finish this game off. But had a hole, went through it. 41-13. This is where now it becomes a little upsetting for Canutillo and for everyone, because this score 41-13 is not at all indicative of what happened here today, but it is 41-13 Ennis over Canutillo with a minute to go in the game.
Let's take a quick break here.
Download the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Follow your team, get live scores, plus make game picks. And it all links up with Facebook and Twitter. Change the way you watch high school football. Download for free the Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas. And only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Okay. Just say goodbye. Welcome back to Plains Capital Park at Lowry Field here in Lubbock. Again, thank you very much to the Lubbock ISD for making this game possible. Again, without their help, we couldn't have brought this broadcast back to you in El Paso. Rare coverage. This is something we've never done before, but we jumped at the chance because we wanted you to get to see how great this Canutillo Eagles team had been playing all season. They put on a fight for 3.5 quarters here. The 4th quarter not going like they'd hoped, but certainly when you look back at the season, Canutillo with a lot to be proud of.
Absolutely. And again, as we said, never seen this before. Unprecedented state semifinal game. Everyone gets out to Lubbock. Everyone back in El Paso gets to watch this game. And as we said, no matter what happened here, this was already historic. They didn't need to come here and make anyone proud. They didn't need to come here and get people on board in the city. They were already on board. Everyone was already proud. This is already historic. They're going to go down as the only team ever in the Sun City to get to the state semifinals. That's nothing to scoff at, and they'll have that for the rest of their lives.
Look at Galavis, just will not go down. Takes it down to the 42-yard line with just under a minute to go.
And that right there is Canutillo football. Right there. To the last second. They're going to run. They're going to fight. They're going to play their hearts out. And that's what they did right there. No kneeling. No going out of bounds. They're going to take it right to them because that's what they do. And that's why they are here.
We do want to mention a rebroadcast of this game is going to be available on the El Paso Las Cruces CW coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock if you missed any part of the game. I know the Eagles are going back tonight. Again, it will be a somewhat somber ride home. But again, they have, like you said, earned our respect already. They have no reason to hang their heads. They've played and played and played hard throughout this season. 4 shutouts. A 13-game win streak. Their one loss against a very good Franklin Eagles team. A Franklin team, the Cougars, very good this season.
And I tell you, Franklin I was in Midland for that Franklin game, and Franklin, I think they could have went just as far. Baylor Romney unfortunately got hurt at the beginning of that game, and that stopped their chances. But Franklin was just as good. So to lose to a Franklin team, I mean, Franklin deserved to be in a state semifinal as well. So Canutillo, nothing to hang their heads about. Great team, and like we said, no matter what happens from here on out for the rest of history, every sports anchor that comes after us, everyone that speaks on TV is always going to mention the one team that went the furthest in history, and that's Canutillo in 2014.
They've got a 1st and 10 here from this 42-yard line. Just 49 seconds left to go in this state semifinal game. Ennis, again, going to move on to play either Crosby or Cedar Park. That game is underway right now. At last check, Cedar Park was leading. That game being played in Austin. The championship game will be taking place in Arlington next Friday night.
Andrew
Back to
on
their
the carry for
Mr.
the
Dependable Andrew Alarcon. We have another flag.
There is a flag on the play.
Apparently, the refs want this game to continue just a little bit longer. I don't know if they're paid by the minute or what. I just want to stress the fact that, too, again, this really was something that ABC7 jumped at the chance to do. We took a lot of pride in it, and again, we're using Lubbock ISD's equipment. We've kind of swooped in here with a crew of about 15 people, doing the best we can. We certainly appreciate you tuning in at home. It really means a lot to us to have you at home viewing this game and cheering on the Eagles, who, again, have made us all proud. And when we talk about history, they've made history for a couple of reasons. 3 wins versus out-of-town competition, and, again, the first ever 11-man football team from the El Paso area to make it this far, the state semifinals.
Absolutely. It's been great doing it with you. Our crew has been amazing. I have to thank our crew back in El Paso here. Everyone working so hard. I think we have the easiest jobs. We kind of just come up here and talk, and I know how much you like to talk, Rick.
Yeah, it does come relatively easy for me. A desperation bomb there by the Eagles, an attempt to get some more points on the board on 2nd and 20.
Gerson Aguilar.
Do also want to mention that if you're looking for a post-game reaction to the game, we're certainly going to get that for you coming up on ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. We hope to have it for you by then, but we'll definitely have some post-game reaction for you coming up on ABC 7 at 10. So certainly look out for that. We want to hear from the coaches and the players and let them share with us what they thought about this magical season, because, again, it didn't end in state like they circled on the grease board many, many months ago and said that's our goal. They didn't quite get there, but they certainly proved that they are worthy of being a state semifinalist.
Absolutely. And the run here as time will tick off, and this should about do it. Unless Gomez wants to touch the ball one more time before he graduates.
Yeah, again, 42 seniors, but again, we were told that the JV team for Canutillo did very well this year, beat everyone on their schedule, roughed up just about everyone.
Oh, this flock of Eagles is not going to stop. They're going to be back, but Ennis now celebrating the Lions.
The game is over. That's your final whistle. Again, the final score from Plains Capital Park in Lubbock is 41. Are they going to make them run?
The timer put 2 seconds on the clock.
I swear they're being paid by the minute, maybe by the second. They're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock on 4th and 18. I really don't understand the point in this other than risking these players getting a little chippy maybe at the end of the game. At this point, you just want to put the zeros on the clock and let both these teams head home. Let Ennis begin to celebrate a game they deserve. They've played very hard tonight. Again, don't want to forget, Ennis really set a goal of getting past the state semifinals, and they accomplished their goals. And they have no reason but to celebrate because they really did play one heck of a ball game, overcoming some early mistakes.
Canutillo is playing one of the best teams, without a doubt. This team, Ennis, lost last year in the state semifinals to the eventual champion Aledo, and now they have a chance to be the champion. They'll play the winner of Cedar Park and Crosby, which is going on in Austin. There you go. The celebration has begun as the Lions taking over the Prairie 41-13 over the Eagles in the Class 5A Division II championship. So there you go. One side of the championship is done, and that is Ennis. They defeat our Canutillo Eagles.
Very nice to see the teams at midfield shaking hands. Things did get chippy a few times during the game, a couple of extracurricular activity, if you will, but again, nice to see the teams shaking hands. It's been a wonderful, magical season for the Eagles. We're all very, very much proud, and again, they really were embraced by the whole city. How couldn't you get excited about the run they were on? 13 straight wins.
And there was no reason to think it would end here either. We came here, we expected to be a great game the way it was. In the third quarter it wasn't. Hey, football happens, and mistakes happen, and the ball bounces a certain way, as Scott Brooks said. When it comes to this, a little bit of luck, and everyone's good. And they played a team that is very good, and we can admit the team's better. They played a better team today, and there's no shame in that at all. This team deserved to go to the state title last year. Now they're going this year, and they have a shot to be a champion.
We talk about, I'm dating myself here, but the Thompson twins were a band back in my day. This was the Thompson cousins that really did things. Dunton and Taylor had a phenomenal game. They really carried this team to the state championship game. We'll see what they do next week.
I know Crisscross. Yeah. I know those twins.
Okay. Again, we want to thank you so much for joining us here from Lubbock. Unprecedented coverage of the state semifinal showdown. He's Louis Del Rio. I'm Rick Cabrera. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Again, go Eagles. They didn't quite get where we hoped, but certainly no reason to hang their heads. It's been an impressive season, and thank you so much for joining us back in El Paso. We'll see you real soon. Look for Postgame coming up on ABC 7 at 10.